Good evening, YouTube. Kevin here, Copernicus Rax from sunny Cornwall. I say sunny, it's Thursday evening and the rain started, but I'm kind of hopeful it'll be sunny tomorrow. So, what have I got for you today? Well, bit of an eBay find. This is a Lover style pipe. It's actually the Christmas special edition from BBB, Best British Buyers, for Christmas 1986, which I found on eBay at a reasonable price, and it's hardly been touched. I've given it a small clean, and you can see the nice BBB album. You probably can't make it out, but it's there. I'll just spill tobacco all over the table. Never mind. So I'm trying that with a bowl of a gold block, in fact, which I hadn't heard mentioned on YouTube at all. This is an over-the-counter type of blend made by Ogden's of Liverpool, and it's what I used to smoke almost exclusively. And just to celebrate that, I've also got a tankard of Badger's Tanglefoot, which is also readily available, but reasonable quality British ale, and it's a welcome end to the day. I've just refilled the Zippo, which is why it's a little flamboyant, but hopefully I won't burn myself to pieces, and I'll get to the end of this video unscathed. I hadn't planned to do this particular video, but Connor Cunningham, Heart of Blues, asked if I would do a bit of a chat about how I got to pipe smoking in the first place, and my memory's just about good enough. We're going back to 1984, 85, and my wife and I just got engaged, and we were doing a bit of the rounds of friends and relatives and things. Up till then I'd smoked cigarettes for several years, having started just after I left school. And we went up to Taunton to see my wife's grandmother. And towards the end of the visit, I found myself on my own in the shopping centre, or just outside the shopping centre in Taunton. And I went for a quick wander, and I found in a little side alley a fairly traditional tobacconist. And I wandered in. I'd already kind of been interested in pipes, but never actually taken the plunge. And anyway, a few minutes later I came back out of that shop with a Peterson's Reject, packet of tobacco, can't remember what brand or blend, and a box of matches. And I found myself a bench, and I spent some time trying to get that pipe lit. I think I gave up when I ran out of matches, which was about the same time as my wife to be returned, and we came home. I was still living with my parents at the time, and I immediately went to my dad, who used to be a pipe smoker until I was about 6 when he stopped everything, and I said to him, "What have I done wrong, Dad?" Well, he repacked the pipe for me, and though I fancy he was a bit loath to give it back, he did so, and I've never smoked a cigarette since. but it hasn't always been that simple or plain sailing. A few years later, when my son was a toddler, one of the glorious campaigns from our nanny state on the television persuaded him that anyone that was smoking of any sort would die. And I'd be smoking away on a pipe of an evening, and he'd be leaning against my knee saying, "Well, when are you going to die, Daddy?" And it got a bit much. Anyway, I was sat in a traffic jam on the way home from work one evening just before my 30th birthday, and I thought, no, got to give this up, got to stop. So I told the wife what I planned, finished the tobacco I had in my jar, and stopped. Put the pipes away, carefully packaged everything up that related to pipes, stands, cleaners, tobacco jars, the lot. Didn't think about it. We moved house. I didn't smoke again until I was in my early 40s, when I went on a stag weekend in Spain, and we were all bought huge Cuban cigars by a stag, and I tried it, enjoyed it. Went back home. A little while later I bought myself the occasional cigar, and then I said to the wife, I said, "Would you mind if I got my pipes back out?" "No," she says. So I went hunting, never found that box. All the pipes I had built up over those 4 or 5 years just disappeared, presumably in the move. So I bought some more pipes. I started off with a couple of Petersons, the Meerschaum that you've seen me smoking, and hunted around eBay for a few, found myself a Dunhill Estate pipe and a couple of others, and smoked happily until 2009. In the winter of 2009 I had a really bad cold, really bad bout of cold stroke flu, whatever it was. I could hardly breathe and couldn't taste anything, and I put the pipes to one side and just never went back. Carried on with the occasional cigar. Didn't think anything of it. And then this year we were coming up to birthdays, and we looked at each other and we said, well, we've actually got everything we really want, so rather than buy gifts, why don't we buy experiences? I wasn't sure how that was going to work out, but anyway, my wife and my son sent me on a couple of woodcraft weekends, and I learnt to make a little pot and learnt to carve a spoon. I came back and found myself hunting through YouTube looking at craft type videos, how to do this, how to do that, how to carve this, how to carve that. And then I fell over people making pipes, mostly from kits, but sometimes from scratch. And I followed the links and jumped from here to there, fell over a video where the classic matches 860. Decided I needed to be that tranquil, that relaxed, that contained. Went and found a pipe. I was kind of disgusted about the state I'd let it get into, but there you go. Cleaned it out, cleaned it off, found myself some tobacco, which must have been 5 years old by that point. And set a bonfire going. So the wife came home from work, and I said to her, I said, well, how do you feel about me going back to a pipe? At which point she admitted that she would much prefer that to the cigars, so I polished up the rest of my pipes, started looking at more YouTube videos, and quickly discovered that rather than just the 3 or 4 brands that I kind of bought over the counter in various shops over the years, there were hundreds of different tobacco blends out there for me to play with, and chances of being bored was slight. So I bought some different tobaccos, went hunting for a pipe or two, and here I am, what, 5 months later, happily puffing around a pipe. I haven't even thought about a cigar since I started, but I probably will have the occasional one. And really enjoying myself. So once again I found myself hunting around eBay for odds and sods. Came across this little beauty, looked almost new, it's a very pretty little lovet. First time I've had a lovet shaped pipe. Very light. I thought 1986 wasn't a bad year. It was the year before my son was born. The year after I got married. And put in a bid. Got it. I was very impressed. What's more, it came within a matter of days. So all credit to the seller who wrapped it up in all kinds of materials, popped it in a box and sent it to me. And I thought, well, I'd try it for you guys. Well, that's how I got into pipe smoking. It was really a case of, might want to try that one day. Went for it, loved it. And every time I've gone back, I've loved it. I think probably had I not gone off to Spain, I probably never have picked up a tobacco implement again. And one day I would dearly love to find that box, because both my wife and I are both convinced we didn't throw it away. Because my current pipe collection is probably lacking a bit. It's, how many pipes have I got? I don't know, maybe a dozen, 15, probably not quite that many. But of those, there's probably only 7 or 8 that I smoke regularly. The new Condale, of course, the 7LE Condale that I hunted down after I saw matches with one. And the Dunhill has always been a firm favourite. It's a little bit old. I'm not quite sure how old it is. I'm guessing it's probably from the 60s. But it's a beautiful pipe. It smokes like a dream. It's a little bit faded on the stem, but it's a really nice pipe. And slowly but surely I'm building a wish list of other things that I would like. Partly as a result, or probably primarily as a result of seeing other people with things on YouTube that I quite fancy. I quite fancy one of the 7LE 320s that I've seen people like DIGHX I think, with, and a couple of others, kind of 320 style. Quite fancy a Joker. Difficult to come by in the UK for some reason. So that's it. That's how I got to pipe smoking. That's how I became the contented, well-rounded individual that you see before you. There's no doubt that my wife thinks I'm a bit of a nutter making these videos, and probably even more of a nutter watching other people smoke pipes. But it's amazing what you glean from watching other people smoke a pipe. You glean little tidbits on different blends, different pipe styles, and different ways of life. I mean, I've always been a bit of a social historian type person. I like to see how other people live. I like to hear the stories of ordinary everyday existence. It doesn't have to be exciting, just existence is exciting. And we're all here for a limited space of time, and how we choose to spend our time is important. So here I am, sat here once again, still in the lounge. I've just changed position because the lighting was appalling in the corner I normally sit in. Talking to a tablet. I'm still seriously surprised when I finish one of these videos and upload it. I'm still seriously surprised that people watch them. But then I suppose I watch others, so why shouldn't there be more idiots like me out there? Not that I'm necessarily accusing you all of being idiots, but it's a bit strange, isn't it? Grown men, a few ladies, smoking a pipe for the benefit while other people watch them smoke a pipe. So I don't think that's it. I think the pipe smoking is a good part of it, but I think the camaraderie, the ability to spend time getting things off your chest, sharing experiences and tales, it all helps. It's like they say, isn't it? Problem shared is a problem halved. And if we manage to make somebody chuckle a bit along the way, then laughter is a great gift to give. So if you want to laugh at me, you go ahead, boys and girls. Right now, I'm going to finish this bowl full of tobacco. I'm going to finish this little tankard of ale, which incidentally is older than my marriage. Not the ale, the tankard. Well, I might go and find myself something to eat, because I haven't eaten since lunchtime, and it's now 8 o'clock. But generally speaking, I haven't got a lot to complain about. I haven't got a lot more to say. I haven't got any jokes to tell or words of great wisdom. So I'm going to shut up now and let you get on with your lives. So thanks for watching. I look forward to seeing more of your videos shortly. Stay happy.